don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you!
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Magic Square Meteorite, their version of Jetfire or Skyfire, whichever one you wish. Here's the front of the box, side of the box, top of the box. Back of the box has some really nice artwork. I do like the picture of Cybertron that they used here. You got the tech spec thing going on, I like that too. Side of the box, bottom of the box. Let's open this thing up and see what we get. Alright, so I need you all to be aware right off the bat, I do not have the New Age version of this. I went in for the all black one that they're doing, so I do not have a copy of the New Age. So if you're expecting a review of the New Age, I'm not going to be able to give it to you. I'm sorry. But what I will do is what I always strive to do, which is give you, the viewer, a good, honest review of the figure. So out of the clamshell, you get the figure and the gun. So it comes in nice cellophane packaging. That is a bit disconcerting right out of the box. Let's see here. You get, stand brother, stand. Alright, you get the gun, you get him, you get your directions here. Looks like one of those miniature cards that they do. That is not the way to start out the review, my friend. So there's the card. You get the dual plate here, I guess one for the Decepticon symbol and one, you put the Autobot on the other one. Okay. Does he have heel spurs? Maybe those will help. Alright, let's just, there you go. Directions here. Magic Square figures usually have pretty decent directions. Looks like it changes in 34 steps. So that's not so bad. I'll play with that here in a few minutes. Let us, let's see. Let's get in close here on the head sculpt so we can take a look at him. And right off the bat, as you can see, he has some really nice painted blue eyes. I believe that's paint, the gray. This is paint. You can see where it didn't go through completely well. Yeah, he's nice looking. We've got some red going on here, down here, some gunmetal gray, some red paint on these pieces, some white paint. Probably could have used another coat through here. And that's pretty much it for the front. You do have some molded detail here on the leg, red plastic here, some translucent on the back. Is that die cast? No, that is not die cast. It's not cold at all. So, yeah. His weapon, right here. Nice little weapon. Looks like it's painted. Not much else to say about it, doesn't look like. Yeah, the hand doesn't move. Can he hold it? Just fine. Can't ask for better than that. Okay, so let's back out just a tinch. The head is on some type of hinge here, and is that a ball peg? Yeah, you get some back and forth. He runs into his backpack here, but you can get him up to about right there, down to about right there. He would go all the way around. It's just, oh well, yeah, it didn't really help. He still didn't go up all that much more. The shoulders go out to there, so he can go whee all the way around, no problem. They're not ball pegs. There's some type of hinge. Bicep rotate. Oh, and he does have a butterfly, apparently. Bicep rotation is here at the elbow. The elbow is double jointed, gets you the full run, no problem. A little bit of gunmetal right there. The hand can move out, can't really move in, can rotate all the way around, and the fingers are typewriter fingers. He's always going to look like that. Okay. Waist rotation is hindered by the backpack. You can move it up and out of the way, and you can get the full 360. Ab crunch is there, but you basically have to disassemble him to get it. Should be noted you get the reverse ab crunch through the same motion. Legs, forward that far and back that far. So he can't do the American splits. Pardon me, we do have hip skirts that get out of the way. He can do the full Chinese splits, no problem. Thigh rotation is built around the universal joint here, so no problem. Knee gets you more than 90 degrees, that's nice. The feet. The feet can't really move up, they can move down considerably, and you get a full rocker. That is this guy's articulation. So bully for the articulation. He is... joints are a little loose on this. This is concerning to me that the joints are this loose. Alright, tell you what, I am going to transform this thing. I'll probably end up putting the Autobot and Decepticon stickers on it, since we've got that little, you know, gimmick going on. And we'll come right back with that. Transforming Meteorite here, Skyfire, isn't necessarily the easiest thing I've ever done. I have been successful at it once. It gave me a little bit of trouble with the directions, but I was able to successfully get it into its jet mode. So, the first thing we do here is we open up this section right here. Oh, and a point of articulation. The index finger here does individually articulate, so I missed that the first time. Push the hand in, making sure that your index finger goes all the way in. That's how I found it. And then just lock that up. Same thing on this side. Open this up. Make sure your fist is in the proper position, you know, as if he's holding something. And this one here is stiff. It may have a spur of plastic or something. Put that in, and it doesn't want to go all the way. Don't be that way, brother. Come on now. It does not like it. It does not like it at all when it goes in there. It will go, but man, it is not happy with it. The first time I tried this, I actually thought maybe I had, you know, like two left hands or two right hands or something. But I don't, that's not the case. It just doesn't want to go in the way it's supposed to. Now, I just did this, and it went in just fine. So, I get that the camera's on, but come on now, don't be that way. See, it hangs up right there. Alright. What is preventing it from... Oh, okay. So it won't go in if this little elbow piece right here is not flush. Things you learn. Alright. Next, the directions want us to separate this section here. And I have to tell you, the very first time, it'll click. The very first time I did it, it was so rough, I had to get, my spudger out to make it work right. Go ahead and you can disconnect this at this time. Just kind of move it out of the way. Go ahead and lift these up. Unpin these and spin them around so that they're in the proper position. Alright, and there's a pin, if you can see right here, and a groove right here. Just push it in all the way that it goes. Alright, excuse me. Now, we have a flap right here that has to come up. Theoretically, it's supposed to disengage all this, but you just saw it come loose without it. Alright, pop that out, kind of get it out of the way. Oh, there went the Autobot symbol. Move all this up and kind of out of the way. Lift that up, rotate these around and push that down while you're doing it. What just fell off? I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, rotate these around and push that down. Rotate these around like this right here. Your arms will come on, Tom. Your arms will come in, theoretically, like this. These will come around and it will come up and they will plug in. I think they plug in. Pretty sure they plug in. I got them backwards. That's what it was. Rotate these around and they will... What the... Do just like that. Where did these things come off of? Right here. Okay. I think they go like this. Maybe like this. Crud, this is not looking good for our hero. No, not looking too good for our hero. I don't even know if I got those on the right way or if they're backwards. They gotta be backwards. Good Lord. This is supposed to be an easy, quick review here. Gotta tell you, if you've watched my channel at all, you know my philosophy. If you see me struggling with it, there's a pretty doggone good chance you might as well. So, just be mindful. My struggles could very well be yours. You're sitting there going, no! I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. Alright, get in there. I guess these pieces are made to come off in the event that, you get a little bit too heavy-handed with it, maybe. I don't know. I know I'm not going to fight with this all day. No, I'm not. And that can't work that way. It might work this way. And it just might. Where'd the other one go? How in the hell did it get up my sleeve? Oh boy, I can tell it's going to be one of those reviews, isn't it? brother, get on there. Come on now, don't be that way. Lord have mercy, why is it causing so much trouble? Alright. Alright. Now, you know you have it right when these two pegs are pointing downward, because you bring this up, connect this together here, and it'll just slide up like that. Unfold basically every flap you can find, including this one in here. Bring these in like this, and there are grooves here and pins here that will fit in just the way you would expect them to. It's rather intuitive on that part. Bring this down. That'll snap in. This will snap in right there. And that is how you do the underside right there. Now, as far as the legs go, open these panels up right here. This will come undone, and the first time you do this, it is scary. It is scary the first time you do it. Reach in here, and however you can, you've got to get this landing gear out on both sides. Now, instead of bringing this here, you want this groove with this instead. So use the pin mechanism to rock it up, open up your hip flap, and just make sure everything lines up properly so that it goes in the correct spot, like that. Close that back, bring your hip skirt down, and it's got a little connector bit right there, and it'll secure all this together. Bring your foot up, bring this part in, and just angle it until it looks like that. Pardon me, let's do this again. Break this connection here, pull out your tool, whatever you need here, and just however you're able to get that in there, get that out, rock this forward, and you need to get it going here. Come on, Tom, rock it forward and lock it in place like that. Bring that hip down, bring that down, bring your foot inward and secure it there. Now rotate your waist and bring that back where it would logically make sense for it to be. Now the head comes down and sits in a little pocket right there. Bring this, it's on a slider, slide it all the way out until you hear it click. If you don't hear it click, you can't do the next part, which is take these bits right here and rotate them around on a ball joint, I'm sorry, a mushroom peg, so that it'll go in there. Open up your wings here, and they are tabbed together. Extend them like this. Open it up. Which is not the easiest thing I have discovered to do, but it is doable. You just gotta get in here some way or another and make it work. Bring this down, around, and extend. I have discovered getting this piece right here in is easier if you go under than over. It's just easier. Extend, open this up, reach in here however you can to get this little fiddly flap out. And again, securing it under into this section. This is very soft plastic right here. Alright, the last thing we have to do is we have, as you can see, a series of pins and ports. And you literally just rock this back until it goes where it needs to go, getting the head kind of tucked down and just getting everything lined up so that it will connect the way that it should. just like this. Alright, and here is Jetfire, Skyfire, whichever you prefer, in his vehicle mode. And based around how I've been able to look at the directions and whatever, this is exactly how it's supposed to look. So yeah, a little cockpit here doesn't want to stay down. Wingtip to wingtip, we're measuring in at approximately 7.5 inches. Lengthwise, we're looking at 8.5. Height-wise, the landing gear to the tip here is about 3 inches. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. Transformation, the first time you do this, the joints are so tight, it is not even funny. I truly was afraid I was going to break it several times, and I'm glad I didn't. These things right here, do not do like I did and try to rotate them while they're up inside like the directions kind of showed. Pull them all the way out. It's the only way to make it happen properly. You've got, you know, that right there. I haven't found a place to store the gun in this mode. Maybe underneath. I don't know. If I can figure it out definitively, I will do so. And now that I've opened that, I can't seem to get it back closed. Interesting. Oh, alright. It's just hard to get in there. Alright. So yeah, let's do some scale comparisons here. Oh, the landing gear. You might want to see the landing gear. It's right here. And you literally just reach in here and... Is it? I can't remember. There we go. Pop it up like that. And yeah, it does. It doesn't... The wheels roll, but it doesn't really roll. It's not designed to roll, really. Yeah, let's do some scale comparisons, and then we'll go into final thoughts. I bet his jets are on fire. Ha 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 ha. Really, Nemesis? That's what you're gonna go with? What do you mean? I mean, that's Jetfire. Well, you wrote the joke. What do you expect? Ah! Final thoughts wise, you know, there are basically four categories that I look at when I'm looking at a figure: playability, materials, cost, and if it was my first Transformer, would I buy another? So the playability of this, it's pretty good. It's not horrible. The knees, at least on mine, are pretty weak, and the hips aren't very good either. So there's a tolerance issue. It's a small thing, but it does affect its playability somewhat. I have discovered that to pose it required a little bit of extra effort. Just something to note. It doesn't really detract from the figure. It's not horrible, and I mean, I could always strengthen those joints if I really wanted to. I just don't know if I really want to, and I shouldn't have to. The materials feel okay. The plastic is not as strong as I would have expected, but it's Magic Square, so they sometimes use, I'm not going to say cheaper plastic, but they don't use the strongest materials. I think I'll say it that way. But the joints work well. The transformation wasn't horrible. It did have some issues when I first transformed it. You need to be mindful of that when you do this yourself, if you pick this figure up. The cost, I pre-ordered this from Shozi for $74. I think it's a little bit much for this. 60 might have been better in the pocket. Actually, 50 would have made me much happier, but it's okay. Legends figures have gone up, and he definitely scales well with Legends figures. I mean, he does have some stability issues. I think we've covered that. But he does scale fairly well with Legend figures. So, yeah, I think that works well. If he was my first Transformer, would I buy another? I would be intrigued. And just with the transformation, the way that it worked, even if I didn't know anything about the figure itself or his place in G1, I probably would buy another one. Yeah, even at that price, I'd hesitate to buy another one at that price. But, yeah, I think I would buy more of these. Anyway, I hope that helps. This is a recommend for me. I don't have the New Age one, so again, I can't compare it. I was comparing it to that, what was that? The TFW one that I had, the one I think is the remake of the Iron Factory. I think that's what that is. He was going to be mine. This is pretty good. This will replace him on the shelf. This is Tom. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you. It's just so hard, Doctor. After 3 million years, I suppose it's normal. But...
Yes, go on.
But the tailpipe emissions, they've become so bad, he's not allowed to transform in the house.
This is a pretty common issue with bots in their mid-3 millions. Fortunately, there is a remedy.
What is it, Doctor? I'll pay any price.
Why, Vitaminogen.
Is your partner complaining about your emissions? Do you backfire with no warning? Do your friends avoid you with stupid excuses you know are fake? Then try Vitamin John today. Try our 3-week starter pack, guaranteed to rid you of your emission problems or your money back. What do you have to lose except your stinky emissions?
It's amazing, Doctor. He's like a young bot of 2 million. And we owe it all to Vitaminogen. Yippee!
Wow.
Vitamin John, operators are standing by. Go now!